EPLANT-Piping Basic tutorial. This video shows the scope of line active parameters that control the way piping components are created, as well as line routes. We gain access to them from this menu. Piping component generation is under the control of this option. Graphic selection, it is the default option, means that the graphic selection required to define the geometric position of a component is also used to get the characteristics of the line where the component will be created, such as the piping class, insulation class, and nominal diameter. Having this option checked during a component placement on a line that has at least one component already created, it is an assurance that new components will surely belong to the same line. The other option allows solving special cases to impose using the parameters selected in this window. Let's see its use in both options. We are going to place a component, for example a slip-on flange, on two different lines. Remember that the component placement command is always a generic one. It is the active parameter setting that controls its characteristics. If we check now the characteristics of both flanges, we can see that they are different because they belong to different piping lines. This one, for example, is of the A661 class. And this one belongs to another line with the A772 class. Both classes were derived from the respective line definitions. Should a class change arise in a line, we have two options: to temporarily impose the new required class or to modify the line definition altogether. Let's see the first case. We have to set our line active and modify the piping class and the required diameter if needed. Placing again another slip-on flange, this will be created both on the imposed piping class and diameter. The new flange belongs to the same line. But its class is different from the line definition one. What does it happen if we leave the active parameters with these settings? Trying to place any component, but selecting a different line, we are warned of a possible inconsistency. Most of the cases would be a warning of an error, but there are cases when it is necessary to force placing a component belonging to a given line by connecting it to a component of a different line, for example, in case the line should change after a reduction or a valve or other similar cases.